Hi, this is John again from Excel Program Inventions. I'd now like to quickly take you through creating detailed DDS for your converted RPG4 application. As I mentioned before, you don't have to do this immediately at the time you actually convert to native mode, but you can actually do it gradually as time permits once you are up and running RPG4 applications. So there's basically two steps you need to follow to create the detailed DDS. And the first is actually extracting the file descriptions from the what are now RPG4 applications. So to do that, from the main Target 400 menu, which you will be familiar with by now, just roll onto the second screen, and I'm going to take you to the conversion commands menu once again. So select option 30 from there, and then you will see on this screen there's a command called create S36FFD, and you'll notice it on this screen as option 14 at the top right hand side. So what we want to do from this screen, you could run this command interactively or submit it to batch, whichever you prefer. On the command create S36FFD, you'll see for the first prompt I can specify star all, which will extract file descriptions from the RPG4 code for all the files it encounters. So you would typically leave that to set it to star all. Output F&I source file, that's going to be QRPG FI source, and I've created one of those in library John. That source file will contain a source member for each and every file description it comes across. Member option, leave that to update, so if there's any pre-existing file layouts in that source file, it will update them as opposed to refreshing them. The from RPG source file prompt, you'll see it defaults to QS36 source, which is the 36 RPG2 source file. Now, as I suggested, this is best run once you're in native mode, so you can equally specify QRPGLESRC, and it'll quite happily also process existing RPG4 code, which is typically your converted application. Library I've got set up for this test is smax.ctl, and the next prompt, xref control source file, you'll see that's set to QS36PRC, in which case it would interrogate the 36 OCL procedures. But here, seeing as we've already converted to native mode, we're going to specify QCL source, and once again that's in library smax.ctl, and what that will do, it'll process the override statements in the controlling CL, so it can link internal RPG file descriptions to their actual disk file names. So that's all you need qualify. Press enter on that, and this will go through and do its stuff. And once this process is finished, we'll go in and look at the output source file, and we should have a source member for every file that it's actually come across. And that command is now finished processing. So what we'll do now is go and have a look at the output, and we'll use PDM to do that. So strpdm, and use option 3, specify the output source file you used. In my case it was QRPG FI source, and there are all the source members. You should have one per file layout required by the application. So what we'll do, we'll just go in and browse one, and there's SM lead. Now what you'll notice is there's duplicate field names in here, but that's okay. The DDS generator will sort out which ones are best used in generating the DDS file descriptions. So there's nothing you need to edit on this source member. The DDS generation phase will sort it out for you. Yeah, this source file member, you'll notice, will have all the field descriptions from all the programs all consolidated into one source member, so it'll be the most comprehensive picture of the file you can get from the application. So we exit out of there.